let me introduce you to the most flattering look for hooded eyes. And I'm going to show you the easiest way to achieve this, again using eyeshadow mapping. If you're wondering what are hooded eyes, I like to do a little intro on it. All you have to do is look straight in the mirror and observe your lid space. Now imagine you applied your eye makeup and eyeliner. How much of it can you actually see on your lid? If you can't see much of it because it's hiding under some extra skin, which we call the hood, then you might have hooded or partially hooded eyes. So there's a different way of doing makeup on hooded eyes so you can see the eyeshadows. And today I'm going to be showing you one of the most flattering looks you can do for hooded eyes. But before that, let's go ahead and fill in the brows, and for that I'm going to be using the Dominique Cosmetics brow pencil in chocolate brown. The key here is to keep it light and fluffy and not heavy because you don't want it to weigh down on your hooded eyes. So focus on a softer application to maintain a natural appearance. And then make sure to always push your brow hair upward so you can create enough space underneath the brows, because we want to make that space appear as big as possible. Even if your brows are very close to your eyes, we want to maximize the space, so push your brow hair upward. And when you brush your brow hair upwards, it helps to reveal the natural shape of your brows, and then you can fill in any sparse areas using short, feathery strokes to mimic the natural hair growth. The skin on my lid is a completely different shade than the skin underneath my brows, so to even everything out, I'm going to be using a concealer. This is the Milani concealer in the shade 145, which is warm beige. With a concealer brush from Milani, I'm going to apply a light layer all over my lid, taking it all the way up to my brow bone. And then to prevent it from settling in the fine lines and creasing, I'm going to set it very lightly again with the one size translucent loose powder. That has evened out everything, and we are ready for the eye makeup. Again, to map out the eyeshadows, I like to use a sponge tip applicator because it packs so much eyeshadow, and then it's very easy to use a blending brush to blend everything out. For this look, just pick 3 eyeshadows. A lighter shade, I'm picking a light brown. A deeper shade, I'm picking a deep brown. And a pop of highlight, so any shimmery or metallic shade. I'm going to be using the Precious Metals palette. This is by Colourpop. For placement, I'm going to first pick up my best asset, which is a deeper shade of brown with the sponge tip applicator, and I'm going to place it in the inner and outer corners. And then I'm dipping into a lighter brown shade called Your Solid, and I'm going to place this right next to the deeper shade of brown which we placed in the very outer corners. And then in the lower lash line, I'm going to first swipe the lighter shade of brown and then the deeper shade of brown closer to the lashes. Using this large concealer brush from e.l.f., which I'm going to be using as a blending brush, I'm going to dab on the eyeshadows and buff everything out to get that cloud-like appearance. Nice thing about mapping the eyeshadows first and then using a large brush like this to dab over the eyeshadows is that you get a beautiful blend without putting any effort. The brush is going to do it for you. And as you can see, that's a beautiful blend. You see the ombre of shades, the deeper shade on the outer corner and the lighter shade towards the lid. I'm going to go ahead and do the same in the inner corner as well. Dabbing is gently pressing it onto your skin till everything is well blended. And with a brush like this, it doesn't even take much time. Okay, that's a beautiful blend. So we have the blended corners and we've kept the center of the lid open. With the residue that's left on the brush, I'm going to join the corners through the crease. So I'm going to keep on dabbing from the outer corner to the inner corner. That'll give some shape and more definition to the lid. And then I'm going to take a smaller blending brush. Looking upward, I'm going to blend out my lower lash line. All we have to do now is add a pop of highlight right in the center of the lid. And for that, I'm going to be using the shade Polished, and I'm going to place it right in the center of the lid and quickly blend out the edges so it flows into the other eyeshadows. So now we have a defined crease. We've taken the eyeshadows all the way up closer to the brow bones. So when you keep your eyes open, you can still see the eyeshadows. And then we've added this pop of highlight right to the center of the lid, giving the illusion of a bigger, brighter lid because it attracts more light towards the center of the lid, and that gives a rounded lid effect. So that combination overall lifts the hooded eyes, making it appear bigger, more lifted and brighter. To add a little bit more shine to the center, I'm picking up So Metal, which is almost like a dry glitter, but it's not chunky. It's a very soft glitter. I'm going to simply press it to the center of my lid. I'm not applying too much. I just want that extra pop, so just a tad bit. I'm going to be using the Tarte double-sided liner. It has a liquid liner on one side and a pencil liner on the other side. I'm going to start with the liquid liner, and I'm being mindful that I want to maximize my lid space, so I'm going to keep the liner very close to my lashes and make it very thin. And yes, you can still line your waterline if you have hooded eyes. So I'm going to use the pencil liner now to line my waterline. Time to finish up. So I'm going to curl my lashes and apply some mascara. I'm using a tubing mascara. This is the Milani highly rated lash extensions mascara. Whether I'm using false lashes or not, I like to apply a generous coat both in my top as well as bottom lashes. Applying mascara to bottom lashes as well just brightens up your eyes. I'm also going to be using lashes. This is called Chick Flick by Tati Lashes. I like the way they wing out and they're wispy, so they're not going to cover the lid space. And I'm going to finish up with a little bit of highlighter to my brow bones. Let's look at the before one more time. And I present to you the most flattering look on hooded eyes. What a difference that makes. I want to keep the emphasis on the eye makeup, so I'm going to go very light on my lips. First, using a lip liner by Makeup Forever. This is in the shade Limitless Brown. I like to use this to map out the borders, so I know exactly where my lipstick is going. And then I gently shade it in, so when I use the lipstick, it blends in beautifully. Here I'm just using a small shader brush to shade everything in. And for lipstick, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal lipstick in 601, which is Worth It. I'm going to use it right in the center and blend it out with the lip liner that I just used. And then I felt like using a transparent gloss right in the center. So this is from City Lips. And I'm only going to apply it right in the center to give the extra plump. And here is the finished look. While I still have hooded eyes, I can see the eyeshadows now even when I keep my eyes open. And I cannot tell you, this is the only style of eye makeup where people come to me and ask me what is on my eyes, because they can actually see the eyeshadows. I hope you learned something new and enjoyed this tutorial. Please don't forget to thumbs up if you did. In the description box, you'll find all the product links as well as links to my social media in case you plan to follow me there. Please don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I love you guys so much, and I will see you soon with a brand new one. Bye guys.